ओम शांति शांति शांति। Namaste. Hearty welcome to you all. This is the 50th day countdown for International Day of Yoga. Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports joined together to promote various yoga related activities, particularly the knowledge and practice of Common Yoga Protocol, which has been developed in consultation with leading yoga masters of this country, and it is being practiced on the occasion of International Day of Yoga since 2015. On this occasion, we are going to listen the messages by Dr. H.R. Nagendraji, the Vice Chancellor, S. Vyasa University, Bangalore, Shri O.P. Tiwariji, very eminent yoga master, Secretary Kaivalya Dham, Lonavar, and Aram Shri Muniji, Pranamya Sagar Maharaj ji, and then we have a Yogacharya Sridharan ji from Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram, Professor Madan Mohan ji, very eminent yoga researcher and a physiologist. Then also we are going to have eminent sports personalities, Anju George, Gopi Chandra ji and others, and our sister Kamlesh Barwal ji. All are going to give you the essence of yoga and particularly the importance of International Day of Yoga and the Common Yoga Protocol in the present context. On this occasion, I am very happy to inform you that an appeal was made by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji on 27 September 2014. Within a short period, the United Nations General Assembly has adopted June 21st as the International Day of Yoga. Ever since, Ministry of Ayush has taken many initiatives to promote various aspects of yoga. Then, in consultation with all the leading yoga masters of the country and also abroad, we have come up with a 45 minutes Common Yoga Protocol. Many yoga schools having their own style and methods of teaching yoga. Bringing all them together and in the common man point of view, giving a protocol which is very, very beneficial to prevent the disease and also promote the total health. So that's why ever since it was introduced 2015, every year the number of practicing Common Yoga Protocol has been increased immensely. So now it has become one of the biggest public health initiative initiated by any government. So in my opinion, there are more than 250 million people have practiced this Common Yoga platform across the globe in one form or the other, or they are aware about the benefits of yoga. By practicing that, we can keep ourselves healthy and also happy. Now you come to the Common Yoga Protocol. There are three important things in the Common Yoga Protocol booklet you can go through. One is we are giving the complete brief information about the origin, history and development of yoga. So how it has brought in from the ancient time till today, many modifications, many changes according to the space and time. Still it is alive and relevant, and it is in the public domain for more than 5,000 years. So we have presented in a very briefly. The second one is the philosophies of yoga, different forms of yoga, kinds of yoga, schools of yoga, like Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. So we have mentioned the essence of these four yogas particularly. Then when it comes to Dhyana, it is for the mind management, concentration, calmness of mind, orientation of mind, the techniques of Dhyana. That leads to your devoted action. So we have to do the work efficiently, diligently, but at the same time we are not supposed to attach to the fruits of the action, our karma. karmanni vadikarasya ma phaleshu. So for that we need the total devotion, but devotion should be unconditional, nirupadika. So that is the principles have depicted in the Bhakti Yoga. The principles of Bhakti Yoga should be adopted in your day-to-day life. So all these jnana, karma, bhakti leads to jnana, the wisdom, where we come across nitya anitya vastu viveka. So on this philosophies and the principles, we have developed the Common Yoga protocol, where we have taken the practices from different Hatha Yoga traditions, but at the same time, these fundamental 4 yoga and their principles and practices have been included. We are starting with a detoxification processes, cleansing processes, prayer, it may be silence, and we are going to loosen our body, joints and ligaments to prepare ourselves for the practice of yoga, asanas. When you do the asanas, our primary aim is to make our spine flexible and give the strength in the muscles and ligaments. So especially 2 important systems, the endocrinal system and the nervous system, both autonomous nervous system and central nervous system have taken care of greatly, which is not being in any form of the exercise. That is the beauty of yogasana. We are doing some practices in standing and sitting, prone and supine, and we are bending forward, backward, lateral, twisting, topsy-turvy, balancing, relaxing. In a short period of 20-25 minutes, we are being the entire essence of yogasanas. So which is a format. It's a beautifully designed protocol. So then once our body is relaxed, open for the channelization of, then we do pranayama. So the preparatory practice of Kapalbhati lead to Nadishodhana, Shitali, Bhramari. So slowly the mind becomes inward. We can concentrate. That's why Dharanasu eva manasa. Patanjali says, the very purpose of pranayama is to make our mind oriented, concentrate, calm, quiet, so that our mind is eligible to do meditation. So with all these things, once meditation happens, so then there will be change. What is that change? Behavioral modification. Meditation happens. So once it happens, I start look myself, my activities, my emotions, my thought processes, where they generated. So once every day we start watching our own inner core, I try to remove myself all the negative things and orient my thoughts and emotions towards the positive well-being. That's why dhyana is the important component of yoga. It is not separate. All our practices may be a very good sattvic diet, may be the principles of dhyana, karma, bhakti, jnana. All these are oriented to meditate. Meditation is the core of yoga, essence of yoga, sadhana. So once you start meditating, there will be behavioral modification. That behavioral modifications bring change in our lifestyle. I start eating well. I start sleeping well. I start behaving well at home, at my workplace, in the society. The society is made up of the individuals. If you increase the number of better individuals, good individuals, healthy individuals, that leads to a healthy society and ultimately a healthy nation and a healthy world. This is the message has been given in the Common Yoga protocol. Now, all these different types of religion, caste, cadre, language, gender, we are all together practicing one. That's only the yoga. That's why yoga is a universal entity. It is not confined to any particular religion or a caste or a trade. Therefore, it is high time to adopt the principles of yoga. That's why Ministry of Ayush from the last 6 years promoting various aspects mainly on around the Common Yoga protocol and related activities. Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga come up with a very good videos teaching and different aspects of Common Yoga protocol and also yoga, how they are helping us to improve the quality of life, improve the immunity, improve the sleep quality and improve the metabolism and into our behavioral changes. In the morning we are starting 7 to 8:30, the 24 days program, yoga volunteer training program we have introduced. From the 1st of April, so we have started this certification, Yoga Appreciation Certificate. After 4 days we are giving. So if you continue for another 12 days of training, so then there will be a repetition for 6 days. Then we conduct a small assessment and self-assessment. Then we will give you a Yoga Volunteer Certificate, which has some privileges that has been mentioned. And seeing the demand from the various sections of the society, in association with the Fit India movement, we have started this program in the evening on the 21st of April. So there we are giving the Hindi instructions, the same Common Yoga protocol in a different way, Hindi instructions every day from 6 to 7:30. The entire nation is going through the very worst phase because of this pandemic conditions. So everyone has the duty. What is the first duty myself? I shall keep myself fit. I should not get into this corona bondage. So that is my first contribution. Let us contribute how much I can save my family staying at home and in my workplace, in the society, in my areas, how best we can contribute for their hygiene, both physical hygiene, mental hygiene, social hygiene. Why this year we are promote at Be Yoga, be at home. So that means you practice yoga, be at home to prevent ourselves getting into the clutches of all these pandemic conditions. That's why yoga has become very much essential. All these great yoga masters and sports personalities who are really practicing yoga, benefited by yoga, they are going to share their experience, giving their messages. With these few words, I once again welcome all of you, and also I heartily thank all my respected yoga masters, sports personalities. Particularly I thank our Joint Secretary Shri Ranjit Kumar ji, Shri Vikram ji, also Srimati Ekta ji from Fit India Movement, Joint Secretary from the Ministry of Sports, all these officers and many other persons in my institution, Shri Thai Balam. Everybody is working hard to take this message of yoga, the practice of yoga, to the common man. With these few words, I once again welcome you all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
जब आप घर पर होते हैं तो फिटनेस के लिए घर के काम भी करते हैं या और आप कुछ और करते हैं, थोड़ा शेयर कीजिएगा।
सर मैं घर पे और इस लॉकडाउन में अगर मेरे को एक्सरसाइज का मौका नहीं मिलता है, कोई जगह ज़्यादा नहीं मिलता है, तो योगासन स्पेशली सूर्य नमस्कार का मैं एक बड़ा फ़ैन हूँ। क्योंकि मैं जब भी खेलता था और मुझे काफ़ी इंजरीज हुए थे, तो उस टाइम में मुझे भागना मना था, क्योंकि इम्पैक्ट जितना कम होता है उतना बेहतर है करके डॉक्टर ने बोला था। तो मैं योगासन में वो भी सूर्य नमस्कार को मॉडिफाई करके अपना स्पोर्ट के फिटनेस के लिए बहुत सारा मैंने यूज़ किया। और घर में हाँ, लॉकडाउन के टाइम पे थोड़ा सा क्लीनिंग और पोछा लगाने में काफ़ी एक्सरसाइज हो जाता था वैसे।
तो गोपी जी, आप अभी आप कमरे में है ना, आपके अपने रूम में बैठे हैं क्या आप?
हाँ सर, मैं एकेडमी में हूँ।
नहीं, यहाँ कुछ आप वो सूर्य नमस्कार जो आप कह रहे हैं, इनकन्वीनियंट होगा कि नहीं होगा मुझे पता नहीं, आप थोड़ा सा दिखा सकते हैं? आप अभी कन्वीनियंस है क्या, ताकि सब थोड़ा देख लें?
हाँ सर, एक सेकंड, योगासन करना है।
हाँ, क्योंकि खेल हो गया ना, अब योगासन में सूर्य नमस्कार बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट फॉर्म करेंगे, तो आपसे
अवश्य नहीं, जस्ट इसमें काफी स्लो करना है सर। ये जो ब्रीथिंग के साथ है, तो इसमें काफी धीरे 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 करके मैं करता था, एक फॉर्म ऑफ एक्सरसाइज। और दूसरी तरह ये स्लो एंड अप, ये जो है यही एक्सरसाइज फॉर्म को मैं दूसरी तरह से, ये जो एक्सरसाइज है इसमें हम लोग पुशअप्स ऐड करते थे, और ये एक्सरसाइजेज ऐड करते थे, और इसमें ट्विस्ट ऐड करते थे, ताकि हमारे जंप्स के साथ ये एक्सरसाइज ऐड करते थे। सूर्य नमस्कार में जो 2-3 वेरिएशंस है, उसको हम लोग ऑलमोस्ट एक 108 टाइम्स ऐसा करते थे, ताकि एक पूरा एंड्योरेंस का एक्सरसाइज भी इसी में हो जाता था।
ये बहुत सुंदर है। और क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा कि अब योगासन स्पोर्ट्स हो गए हैं, तो सूर्य नमस्कार बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर्म ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पोर्ट बनेगा। गोपी जी, आप तो इसके अलावा बैडमिंटन के अलावा आप एक तो योगी भी बन सकते हैं।
My dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you all to the wonderful International Day of Yoga that is emerging this June 21st. I bring greetings to all of you from Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Samsthan, a premier yoga institutions of renown. While yoga was confined to a small number of people in the country, we had the wonderful spread of yoga by Pujya Swami Ramdev Ji. Then came the big quantum jump of spreading yoga by the International Day of Yoga by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi Ji. And in his brilliant speech he gave the most comprehensive definition of yoga. He said, yoga is not merely asanas or mere breathing practices, it's a way of life. I call that as the science of holistic living. A way by which the human beings can raise themselves from our normal level to great super divine human beings and contribute to the welfare of the whole society for the health, harmony, peace, love and synergy. Such has been the grand vision of our ancient yoga masters, which was conveyed by our Honorable Prime Minister. Patanjali told that yoga is to gain mastery over the mind. While Patanjali gave the Ashtanga Yoga to achieve this mastery, whether it's through the foundations of Yama Niyama or Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, the Bahiranga and the Antaranga Yoga, culminating in Samadhi. And Samadhi is a state of jump from our normal level of consciousness to the higher level of consciousness, in which there is much higher bliss that we experience, and there is a tremendous boost to our knowledge base and understanding of the universe around us, and there's great powers like probably extrasensory perceptions that start emerging, and freedom, greater freedom to gain mastery over the mind. Similarly, there are 5 layers called the Panchakosha, which are preventing this infinite power to manifest in human beings. Therefore, we have to purify each koshas. For that, we have Dana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, to cleanse all these 5 koshas, and they start becoming transparent so that the power and all other things can be manifested in the human system. And this complete science is the one that was developed thousands of years back in our country, and Patanjali was a great master who was able to put forth in the form of a brilliant thesis in the form of Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. In 195 sutras, knit into 4 padas, 4 chapters, that is the Samadhi Pada, Sadhana Pada, Vibhuti Pada and Kaivalya Pada. He brings out all these dimensions and he gives techniques after techniques to do that things, and how people can consciously raise themselves to greater heights. And depending on the person, each person can have his own way of doing this thing. There is no single way which will be adoptable to all the people. Therefore, he says, Yatabhimata Dhyanadva. You choose your own ways of meditation and do these things. Meditation is a way, asanas, or pranayama, or mudras, or bandhas, or kriyas, or various methods of things, Bhakti Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, anything you could take, and see that we raise ourselves to the great heights. International Day of Yoga is a celebration of the practice of this holistic yoga in the form of a protocol, the practical thing that we have to do that. Initially, it was a 35 minutes protocol that we developed, and now we said, okay, all masters can add on their own special things after the 35-40 minutes, and it can be even up to 1 hour. Therefore, there is a flexibility built into this system, the basic protocol, and we have the other dimensions. And Therefore, we want to train large number of people, thanks to Dr. Basu Reddy, Rajesh Koteja from the Ministry of Ayush and Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga. The protocols have been founded, and we have training of protocol instructors. And the Yoga Certification Board started bringing the certification of people who are there throughout the country with non-formal education. And they have learned by themselves and through their own experiences. Such people also can be certified into the whole thing. So that's how the YCB came, and now it is growing more and more on this direction. Then our dream of Pujya Swami Ramdev Ji was to bring yogasanas as a competitive sports, and we all worked hard and see that it comes into operation. And now the National Yogasana Sport Federation has been registered under the Ministry of Sports, and approval of the Sports Ministry has come. And then we have the International Yogasana Sports Federation, which also has been registered. And with the blessings of the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs, we are going to bring this to a large number of people in the country and all over the world. As most of you know, the youth, the youngsters want that competitive things to spread themselves. And what a pleasure and thrill to see the young children, young students doing fantastic asanas of the highest perfection, with such perfection of calmness of the mind and silencing of the mind and staying in the asana more and more with such perfection. It is a great pleasure and joy and thrill to see the people. And therefore, the whole system of asanas as a competitive sports is going to grow and spread as a profession to largest number of people in the country and all over the world. With that vision, the team headed by Pujya Swami Ramdev Ji, we are going to grow more and more. And this International Day of Yoga is a wonderful opportunity for all people to join hands, and more people should practice all that. The Ministry of Ayush had the target of 20 crores last year. This year the target is 30 crores, I was told. And throughout the country, in every nook and corner of the country, every district, every village, people should do the practice. And it will become a great opportunity for all people to do the practice, and the protocol should be practiced. It is all available in the website, and people can go there, learn them, practice them, and get the benefits. In these difficult days of Corona spreading, as the COVID, the second phase, now the best possible way for prevention is the yoga dimension. Yoga keeps our immune system strong, healthy, and the billions of white blood cells which are there can throw away the coronavirus. And even if they are in millions, if not thousands, coronavirus are too small, and WBC can completely throw away these things. And we have the border security force in the nasal dimensions, where we have the cells, and these cells also can ward off. And the recent researchers have shown that if you do Bhramari compared to the normal breathing, it is going to increase the nitrous oxide 15 times more than the normal breathing. Therefore, we request all people to do the Bhramari as a preventive measure, and morning, afternoon, evening, night, at least 4 times, about 27 rounds of Bhramari can work wonders. And we also have developed the protocols approved by the current Ministry of Ayush, the protocols for yoga, which also can be adopted. It's all available in the website, and the Ministry of Ayush has brought the special drinks, the kada, the kashayas, which can be used for boosting the immune system. And therefore, I'm very confident with the use of yoga, the non-pharmacological approaches can boost our immune system and keep us healthy for a long time. And the growing curve of corona, growing curve of COVID can be brought down effectively in these difficult days, where modern medical system has not yet developed the necessary treatment modalities for combating the corona. We have many preventive measures, many ways by which we can prevent, by the vaccines that have started coming, and the government is making all effort to see that the vaccines will be available to more and more people. But we have the most cost-effective thing in yoga, and let this International Day of Yoga start off right now, and 100 days of the preliminary wisdom base shared by a large number of people, by the Ministry of Ayush, Heartfulness Foundation, and Eshyasa has started bringing this wisdom base from all the yoga masters for the people every day for 100 days before June 21st. And that's what we want all people to follow. And I wish all the best and particularly congratulate the Ministry of Sports for bringing this wonderful virtual dimension on May 1st, and also Ministry of Ayush for giving us the opportunity to spread yoga in a bigger way. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best, my dear brothers and sisters. Let us keep our immune system very strong and see that the curve of COVID is going to come down. Namaskar. Dhanyawad.
Hi everyone, I am Anju Gopi George and I am a long jumper. So long jump is not all about running and jumping. So during that approach, we need to control our body, we need to control our mind, and we need to hold our breath. Even after takeoff, till we touch the sand, we need to control and we need to hold our breath. So all these things actually it's purely related to yoga, and I used to practice that. And when we go for a competition like Olympics or World Championships, you can imagine how much pressure we are holding. So for that also, we used to control and we used to learn all these techniques. So during my time actually yoga was not that popular, still I used to practice. And even after my career, even still I am practicing that, and I am doing yoga. You know, today's world, this pandemic time, so how important it is to maintain our lungs capacity, and so through yoga techniques we can do that, we can exercise that. And you know, this Surya Namaskar, I can say that that's the ultimate. So we can get we are getting flexibility, we are getting strength. So all these things actually through yoga we can keep our body and our mind fresh, and we can focus and we can stay calm. So practice yoga, and as an athlete I strongly recommend, and live a healthy life. Thank you.
See, it is something about the Yoga Day. Yoga is a very rich culture of India, coming since thousands of years. But it gained momentum from 1924, when Swami Kuvalayananda took reins to do scientific researches in the field of yoga, to say what are the good and bad points in it. He was a great saint, yogi and a scientist. You can imagine in 1924 he could think to explore the yoga deeply, and he said that yoga has everything what the world needs, and he established the first laboratory of scientific researches in Kaivalyadham, Lonavala. Today, again, in a public field, the voice for yoga is very, very nicely raised. Our Prime Minister, Shri Modi ji, must be given the highest credit in today's time when he brought this topic in the UNO. The resolution was passed that every year, 21st of June, the Yoga Day should be celebrated in every country, everywhere. How important the decision was and it has come into force since then. You know, one of the things which we should keep in mind, as another message Swami Vivekananda said, I have brought up this institution out of nothing. But if it goes to nothing, I do not mind, but yoga should never be diluted. And whatever we are seeing today, it is very encouraging. The people and masses are performing yoga. It is penetrating in our towns and villages also. It has become a part of our national education. Encouraging, it is very, very encouraging. When you see in the park, in the yoga institutions, collectively the yoga is performed, people will be benefited in all the respect, because it is said, yoga has a complete message for humanity, for the positive health and also for the spiritual growth, which is of the highest importance, because India is a land of spirituality, which for the thousands of years it enjoyed, but after a black period of foreign rule, it was slowed down and forgotten. The yamas and niyamas which were part of our daily life, which are part of our primary education, were banned. Then they became part of the family education. Today the need is, along with the importance of asana, nobody can deny the importance of asana, but asana should not be performed like a gymnast, like exercise, because much work of research has been done and has proven that yoga is not a gymnast type of exercise. It is a slow and steady. It strengthens your total nervous system, total functional aspect of your body and mind both. So that thing has to be kept in mind. Yoga has to be done as a yoga, which also include not only asanas, but also yamas and niyamas, which takes our care of our nodal behavior, takes care of our what we should do, what we should not do. That is the most needed today's time, that every citizen, every student must understand the importance of non-violence, truth, non-stealing, and the importance of disciplined celibacy and non-hoarding. So also, on another side, yoga teaches us what is the importance of shaucha. It's not a question of cleanliness, question is of purity. A rose may be very clean, of plastic, as good as real one, but it is not real one. It has no real effect on your mind and body. So, what is the need is, if in practical aspect we are given the asanas and pranayam, in theoretical aspect also it should be seen that importance of yamas and niyamas is included in our syllabus, so that from the very early stage the people can behave in a right way, which can spiritually, physically develop our society. We should love each other. We should understand the importance of truth, non-stealing, non-hoarding. These are the national requirements for a very respectable nation. Not only nation, but I feel it is for the world. Today, the world is passing through a chaos. We must understand this, what to do, what not to do. Today the corona is a result of our misunderstanding, not understanding non-violence. We should try to practice every day and also see that other people also performing the yoga in a right way. Just like it is said, Sthir Sukham Asana. Asana is one which gives you the steadiness of the body and also feeling of well-being in the mind. And how it is to be done? Very clear instructions are given by Maharishi Patanjali. Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Don't forcefully perform the asanas. There should be effortlessness. And then he also says, you should take care of your mind also. You must have a feeling of well-being. Asana will create in you. So please remember, the asanas are asana. They are not physical gymnastic exercise. We must see to it, and I am sure it should remain undiluted. And I wish that every school, including primary school, should be taught importance of yamas and niyamas, and later, after 10 years of age, they should be given practice of asanas and pranayama in a very scientific way, as it has been proved by scientific researches. I'm sure if people follow this way, the nation will change. And India will have another face in front of the world. It will give every people the happiness, unity and peace. And everyone should follow the message of yoga. Thank you, thank you.
ओम अरहम नमः। आज विश्व एक बहुत बड़ी महामारी से और संकट से गुजर रहा है। इतिहास इस बात का गवाह है कि जब भी कभी किसी भी तरीके की ऐसी आपदाएं आती हैं, इस तरह के संकटों से जब प्राणी मात्र गुजरता है, तो उन संकटों को दूर करने के लिए कुछ दिव्य शक्तियां हमेशा काम में आती हैं। और वो दिव्य शक्तियां हमें ऋषियों मुनियों के माध्यम से, उनकी साधना से, उनके बताए हुए उपदेशों के माध्यम से हमें प्राप्त होती हैं। जब भी कभी हम इस तरह की कोई भी त्रासदी देखते हैं, तो उस समय पर हमें अपनी भारतीय संस्कृति के जो मूलभूत और जो प्राचीन सिद्धांत हैं, हमें उन्हीं की ओर दृष्टिपात करना होता है। जब हम योग के बारे में देखते हैं, तो योग हमें भारतीय साहित्य में हर जगह उपलब्ध होता है। योग एक ऐसा इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर है हमारे सामने, जिसके माध्यम से हम न केवल अपने इस शरीर को सही बनाते हैं, बल्कि हम अपनी मानसिकता को, अपने विचारों को और अपने आप को उस भावनात्मक स्तर पर भी एक दृढ़ प्रबल भाव के साथ में हम तैयार कर लेते हैं, जिसके माध्यम से हम विश्व के अंदर ऐसी वाइब्रेशन पहुंचा सकते हैं जो आप सभी के लिए बहुत ही लाभदायक और उपयोगी सिद्ध हों। और ये सब हमें मिलता है ऋषियों मुनियों के द्वारा बताई गई योग की पद्धतियों के माध्यम से। आज विश्व में योग को सब लोग जानते हैं और योग के माध्यम से सब लोग लाभ भी ले रहे हैं। केवल भारत ही नहीं, भारत के बाहर के सभी विश्व के सभी देश इस योग की पद्धति से जुड़े हुए हैं। और सबसे अच्छी बात यह है कि योग न केवल हमारे शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य के लिए है, बल्कि हमारे जो प्राचीन पुरातन हमारे आत्मा के ऊपर जो कर्मों के संस्कार होते हैं उनको भी नष्ट करने के लिए योग की पद्धति ही अपनाई जाती है। श्रमण संस्कृति में जितना भी तपस्या है वो सब योग के माध्यम से कही गई है। योग हमारे भीतरी जो कर्म है उनको डिसॉल्व करने के काम में आता है। तो योग की समूची पद्धति को हम आज अगर देखें तो हमारे लिए अभी एक बहुत अच्छा गोल्डन टाइम है जो चल रहा है। और हर साल एक जो 21 जून जो आती है ये इंटरनेशनल योगा डे के रूप में मनाई जाती है। और भारत सरकार ने और यूएन के प्रयासों से ये डेट डिक्लेयर हुई है। तो यह दिन भी अपने आप में महत्वपूर्ण है और इस दिन की इम्पोर्टेंस ये है कि हम हर एक व्यक्ति को अवेयर करें योग के प्रति। दूसरी बात यह है कि जब इस तरह से हम इस योग की पद्धति को पुनर्जीवित करते हैं तो ये समझ के चलना कि हम अपनी भारतीय संस्कृति जो प्राचीन है उसकी प्राचीनता को लोगों के सामने रखते हैं, उसको पुनर्जीवित कर रहे हैं। इस योगा डे के साथ में हम ये भी समझ सकते हैं कि न केवल व्यक्ति योग की पूर्णता केवल व्यायाम और आसनों से कर ले, लेकिन अपने अंतर मन को भी शांत बनाने के लिए, अपने आप को बहुत अच्छे ढंग से व्यवस्थित रूप से अपना आगे का भविष्य बनाने के लिए अपने मन के अंदर अपने विचारों की समायोजना इस ढंग से करे कि वह उस मन वचन काय के योग में ही उसकी वो सारी प्रक्रिया शामिल हो जाए। तो इसके लिए जो एक और योग के साथ चीज जुड़ती है उसका नाम है ध्यान, जिसे हम मेडिटेशन कहते हैं। जब हम योग और ध्यान में अपनी आत्मा और परमात्मा इन दोनों का जब हम इस तरह से एक कॉम्बिनेशन बना लेते हैं तो उसके माध्यम से जो लोगों को लाभ मिलते हैं वो अल्टीमेट होते हैं। इसलिए यह जो योगा डे आने वाला है, इस योगा डे पर सभी लोग योग से जुड़े और योग से जुड़ करके अपनी इस प्राचीन जो पद्धति प्राय करके इस मॉडर्न एज में वो लुप्त ही सी हो गई थी, उसको पुनः जीवित करने का हमारे लिए यह एक गोल्डन चांस होता है। और इस तरह से हम इस पद्धति को पुनर्जीवित करके जो वाइब्रेशन हम इस विश्व के लिए देंगे वो वाइब्रेशन हमारी शुद्ध भावना से आएंगे, हमारे ध्यान की शुद्ध पद्धति से आएंगे। और इस तरह की पद्धति को भी कंबाइन करने के लिए यह अरहम ध्यान की भी एक पद्धति आपको बताई जाती है। तो ध्यान में ये रहे कि हमारे इस कॉस्मस के अंदर अनेक प्रकार की शक्तियां भरी पड़ी हैं। हमें उन शक्तियों से अपने आप को कांटेक्ट करने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं एज ए एंटीना हमें कुछ ना कुछ तो टूल यूज करना पड़ेगा। तो जो ये शब्द होते हैं जिन्हें हम सीड लेटर्स कहते हैं, जैसे ओम है, अरहम है, ये उसी तरीके के यह एंटीना की तरह काम करते हैं जिनका यूज करके हम अपने आप को उन डिवाइन पावर से कनेक्ट कर लेते हैं। और इस तरह से हमारे अंदर और हमारे बाहर दोनों जगह पर वह जो एक प्योर एनर्जी है जो सब लोगों के लिए काम में आने वाली है, वो फिर से एक रीइंफोर्स होती है और उस एनर्जी के माध्यम से बहुत से लोगों को लाभ मिलता है। और इस तरह से जब हम योग और ध्यान की पद्धति को अपनाते हैं तो ये पद्धति हमारे न केवल शारीरिक मानसिक विकास के लिए किंतु हमारे एक आध्यात्मिक विकास की यात्रा के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी मील का पत्थर साबित होती है। तो इस तरह से हम देखते हैं कि जो योग है उसकी अपने आप में बहुत अच्छी इम्पोर्टेंस है। आज के पढ़े लिखे व्यक्तियों के लिए, शिक्षित युवाओं के लिए जो जॉब कर रहे हैं उन लोगों के लिए इस योग से जुड़ने से उन्हें बहुत शांति, बहुत सुख की अनुभूति होगी। ये ऐसी अनुभूतियां होती हैं जिन्हें व्यक्ति इंडिविजुअली अपना एक्सपीरियंस कर सकता है, उससे किसी को बता नहीं सकता है। अगर हम आपसे कहें कि भाई ये जो हमारे सामने रसगुल्ला है बहुत मीठा है ना, कहने से आपको कोई टेस्ट आएगा क्या? आप जब उसको खाएंगे, उसका सेवन करेंगे, तो उसका टेस्ट आपको आएगा। हम खाएंगे तो उसका टेस्ट हमको आएगा। इसी तरीके से जो ये योग की पद्धति है, ध्यान की पद्धति है, इससे जो भीतरी एक आत्मिक शांति, भीतरी एक निश्चिंतता, भीतरी एक आत्म बल, आत्म संयम, ये जो इससे प्रकट होता है, इसको अगर हम ध्येय बनाएं तो हर व्यक्ति के लिए ये योग और ध्यान का ये एक बहुत अच्छा एक उपाय है, जिसके माध्यम से हर व्यक्ति अपने आप को फुल इम्यूनिटी के साथ में अपने आप को फील कर सकता है। ऑक्सीजन लेवल उस व्यक्ति की कभी कम नहीं होगी, इम्यूनिटी उसकी कभी कम नहीं होगी। वह व्यक्ति हर तरीके के वायरस से अपने आप को लड़ा सकता है। इस तरह की शक्तियां हमारे भीतर स्वयं ही क्रिएट होती हैं और हमें यही ज्ञान दूसरों को देना चाहिए कि आज व्यक्ति जितना दूसरी वैक्सीन्स के ऊपर या दूसरी किन्हीं इंजेक्शंस के ऊपर या टैबलेट्स के ऊपर इतना डिपेंड हो रहा है, उससे अगर थोड़ा सा हट करके बच करके वह अपनी आत्मिक शक्ति पर भरोसा रखे और अपनी शक्ति को उस इंक्रीज करने के लिए योग और ध्यान की पद्धति अपनाए, तो उसके लिए कभी इस तरह से मारामारी करने की, कभी इस तरह से वैक्सीन आदि के पीछे या किसी भी तरीके के इंजेक्शन की कोई भी ब्लैकमेलिंग करने की कोई उसको जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी और उसका कभी यूज करने की भी इसको कोई जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। ये ऋषि मुनि हमेशा इस वातावरण में रहकर के ही अपने आप को पवित्र बनाते थे। वातावरण कभी दूषित नहीं होता है, दूषित हम उसे अपनी भावनाओं से करते हैं, अपने विचारों से करते हैं, और ये विचार जितने ज़्यादा लोगों के द्वारा दूर करने के लिए, इस दूषण को दूर करने के लिए लागू किए जाएंगे, उतना ही ज़्यादा एटमॉस्फेयर अच्छा प्योर होगा और उसी से सब लोगों को जीवन मिलेगा। तो सभी ऋषि मुनियों का जो कहना है वही हमारा कहना है कि सब लोग अच्छी से अच्छी भावनाएं, अच्छे से अच्छे पॉजिटिव विचार अपने अंदर ध्यान के माध्यम से बनाएं और विश्व के हित के लिए ये योग और ध्यान की पद्धति को अपनाएं। तो एक ग्लोबल पीस जो हमारा एम है कि हम इस ग्लोब के अंदर ऐसी पीस जनरेट करें जो हर व्यक्ति को फील हो। उस मिशन में हम सब एक साथ चल करके अगर कामयाब होंगे तो सभी के लिए उस सफलता का एक श्रेय मिलेगा और सभी के लिए उससे आनंद की अनुभूति होगी। इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं कि सभी लोग इस योग और ध्यान के माध्यम से एक ग्लोबल पीस का एक बहुत बड़ा जो टारगेट है इसको अपने दिमाग में रखें और उसी के लिए काम करें। ओम अरहम नमः।
Namaste. 21st June has become a special day in the annals of yoga. This day is celebrated with the practice of the Common Yoga Protocol. International Day of Yoga, Common Yoga Protocol, fondly called as IDYCYP, is a well laid out, balanced protocol aimed at two important purposes. By the practice of the Common Yoga Protocol on the International Day of Yoga, that is 21st June every year at 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time, all over the world, there is a total synchronization among all the practitioners at the physical, mental and spiritual levels. All drop their individual identity, ego, which separates us by name, gender, country, culture, and thus makes all experiencing the unifying entity which resides in every one of us, possessing identical character. This is also the time to renew our pledge of committing ourselves to serious yoga practice to find out our true nature, which is beyond all suffering. It is like a renewal of our pledge every year. The Common Yoga Protocol acts as a model and gives an outline based on which everyone can develop a model of yoga which is suited to the individual under the guidance of an able yoga teacher. That's more important. Yogo yogena jnatavyaha yogo yogat pravartate yaha apramattastu yogena sa yoge ramate chiram. This is a quotation from the commentator Vyasa for the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the third chapter, Sutra number 6, Sasya Bhumishu Viniyogaha. I'll repeat it in Sanskrit again. Yogo yogena jnatavyaha yogo yogat pravartate yaha apramattastu yogena sa yoge ramate chiram. What is the meaning? Yoga should be understood by yoga. Yoga should be understood by yoga. Yoga proceeds from yoga. Yoga proceeds from yoga. He who is vigilant with yoga in the course of the expedience of yoga. He who is vigilant with yoga in the course of the expedience of yoga rejoices in yoga forever. Rejoices in yoga forever. Let us continue to be united in the name of yoga. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Namaste, all of you. I am giving you the importance of yoga for the modern society. Yoga is scientific spiritual discipline and the most precious gem of our cultural heritage and Vedic thought. As we know that for centuries, even thousands of years, ancient India, that is Bharat, was at the top of the world in every field of human activity, not only in spirituality, but also in sciences, mathematics, in every field. And that is because of the rishis, who were yogis, who were tapasvis. And that's the importance of yoga. Yoga is the world's first and the best lifestyle ever designed. And yoga has, how it is it has beneficial effects on our body, on our mind, and as well as our soul. Because yoga is holistic. Yoga is holistic because it has beneficial effect on our body, on our mind, on our soul, all the three. That's why it is holistic. It is holistic also because it has promotive, preventive, curative, as well as rehabilitative potential. Preventive, it prevents disease. Promotive, it promotes our health. Curative, it has a very significant role to play in chronic, non-communicable diseases, which are bane of the modern society. Yoga has also rehabilitative value. Orthopedic patients, the heart patients, the psychiatric patients, yoga can play a very significant role in rehabilitation after the treatment. Now, how does yoga act? Yoga has various components. Yogic postures, the asanas, they promote our physical fitness by improving our physiological functions. They improve our muscle strength, muscle endurance. They improve our respiratory function, the cardiac function, and they have neurological and many other, almost all the systems of the body functions are improved by yogic techniques. Yogic breathing techniques are pranayama. They are crucial. Pranayama can improve they balance our inner autonomic functions and inner regulation. Pranayama also can charge us. They energize us like a battery. And pranayama should be done daily to charge yourself with energy. Yogic relaxation techniques like shavasana. Shavasana improves our awareness. It relaxes us. It produces beautiful relaxing rest, the relaxing techniques. And yogic meditation. Meditation has been described as wakeful, hypometabolic physiological state. By Keith Robert Wallace, he published the paper long back, 1971, in American Journal of Physiology. So you are a person in meditation is wakeful but relaxed, and metabolism is reduced. And in meditation, meditators, when you meditate, your transformation of personality occurs. And one sees unity in everyone, with everybody. That's what Yogeshwar Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Sarvabhuta samatmanam, sarvabhutani shatmani. He sees self in everyone his own self, unity of all. That's the psychological and the spiritual benefit of meditation. Meditation also produces inner joy. The joy, happiness from outside is fluctuating, temporary. Whereas joy from inside, which we call ananda, that is got by yoga techniques, especially meditation. What Lord Krishna says, atentam sukham ashnute, yogi. He feels great joy. And therefore, the yoga is crucial in improving our health, mental well-being, and inner joy, and thereby, and also improves our immunity. Therefore, it is a crucial role to play in these different days of COVID-19, yoga. And that is why yoga has gained popularity worldwide more recently. It's now a global phenomenon. And we are aware now that youth of the world, of USA, other countries, youth, they are taking to yoga in a great way. Recently, yoga has gained popularity by the effort of two individuals, which is very, very important. On 27 September 2014, our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, he proposed in United Nations General Assembly to adopt yoga, the International Day of Yoga. And the proposal was accepted by overwhelming majority of the members of the United Nations General Assembly. And that's the since then, from next year onwards, 2015, International Day of Yoga is celebrated every year, all over the world. Swami Ramdev has taken yoga to almost every household. And yoga has become now a global phenomenon, very popular in India also. And it is now time to draw a dedicated program to introduce yoga in educational institutions, in schools, in colleges, and also armed forces. And yoga should also be introduced in medical curriculum as a branch of physiology and contemporary medicine. So yoga has such a global, such an important, such a holistic application. And I hope that our government, our authorities, our institutes will do their best to promote yoga further. Thank you very much.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. The classical pranayama practices like Bhramari, Nadi Shodhan and Bhastrika are extremely essential for health of your respiratory system and your lungs. Pranayams like Nadi Shodhan will also help calm down your nerves, bring a nice balance in your body's functions, bring your blood pressure down. Lowering blood pressure is also aided by Bhramari Pranayam. Now people with heart problems, for you it's advised that you're doing Bhramari twice, thrice every day, because Bhramari helps produce nitric oxide in the body, which of course in turn helps strengthen our cardiac system and also helps boosting our immunity. Similarly, Bhastrika creates a lot of expansion in our chest cavity and trains our lungs to breathe better and easier. God bless you. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Jai Gurudev.
Respected Honorable Minister of State, Youth Affairs and Sports and Ministry of Ayush, Sri Kiran Rijiju ji, secretaries and joint secretaries of both the ministries, eminent experts of yoga and heads of leading yoga institutions, officials of Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports and Ministry of Ayush, media persons and all my dear friends for joining the virtual countdown 50 days to go to IDY 2021. आप सबको मेरा सादर प्रणाम. At the outset, I would like to place my deepest gratitude to our Honorable Minister Sri Kiran Rijiju ji for his continuous guidance, support and promotion of IDY and yoga. I extend my sincere gratitude to the secretaries of both the ministries. I also extremely thankful to the joint secretaries and senior officers of both the ministries. My sincere thanks to celebrity Miss Anju Bobby George, world champion athlete, for sharing her valuable thoughts on yoga. I also express my deepest gratitude to eminent experts and heads of leading yoga institutions, Dr. H.R. Nagendra ji, Chancellor S. Vyasa University, Bengaluru, Sri O.P. Tiwari ji, Secretary General Kevaledham, Lonavala, Pune, Arham Sri Muni ji, 108 Padmay, Sagar ji Maharaj, Yogacharya Sri Sridharan ji, Yoga expert, KYM Chennai, Dr. Madan Mohan, Professor of Physiology, Puducherry, Dr. Srimati Kamlesh Barwal, Coordinator, Art of Living, for their valuable thoughts on yoga. My heartfelt thanks to all the officers of Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. I must thank Dr. I.V. Vasav sir, Director Murarji Desai Institute of Yoga, for his smooth coordination to make the virtual event successful. At the last but not the least, I would like to thank to all the staff and the students of the institute to make the program successful. Thank you.